Do you have trouble feeling grounded during your squats or heavy deadlifts? Some of my favorite exercises to help strengthen my feet, ankles, and feel better grounded in my heavy squats, deadlifts, even single leg exercises. The first one, I'm going to use a TheraBand, or you can use a floss band as well. Something nice and thin, starting with light resistance. This is a drill that I want to win at. I'm not trying to beat myself, or if I'm working with a partner or a trainer, I don't want to beat my client or partner. I want them to succeed at this. Then we can build on it over time. So if I'm struggling in the squat, say my big toes start to come up, that's where I lose stability. As I come down, my toes start to lift. Well, I can take one end of the band, putting it just underneath the ball behind the big toe. Maybe a little bit of that big toe as well, depending on how wide your band is. But I'm not having it through the whole foot. From here, you're going to pull up a little tension, stepping into your squat stance. So grounding those feet in, finding your tripod foot, keeping that tension on the band. Sit into your squat nice and slow. Feel that tripod foot. Don't lose that big toe. Keeping tension on the band. Coming up with control. Good deep breaths here, but I'm focusing on rooting that foot. Keeping it nice and stable in this position. If I start to lose stability of my foot here, that band's gonna snap up. Again, that's why I want to start with a lighter band, and I want to win this exercise. I don't want to be unsuccessful at this one starting out. If I'm losing stability, if my feet roll in, my knees cave in as well, I can take the edge of the band onto the outer edge of the foot. Again, pulling up with some tension. I'm in my squat stance, sitting into that squat, maintaining tripod foot, keeping tension on the band. Nice control. Focus on rooting your feet the entire time in this position. Make sure you're doing both sides of your feet. We can also work, again, back to the big toe. Both feet at the same time with a single band if you're by yourself. So again, stepping just the edge of the band on just behind the big toe on the ball of your foot. Holding the band in kind of a goblet position here. So I'm kind of hands in that prayer position. And again, rooting the feet. Keep grounded as you sit into that squat. Keeping tension on that band. Nice control that entire time. Focus on tripod foot. Keeping as even pressure as we can. Not allowing that band to slip out. We're nice and stable. We can also do that in single leg position. Again, depending on where you lose that stability. For me, it's a little more through that big toe. Rooting on that single leg. Hinging over, depending on what position we want to do. So if I want to do more of a hinged over single leg squat, I'm keeping tension as I sink into it. If I want to do an RDL, I can lift that band out as I hinge over. Oh. See, not easy. Maintain that tripod foot. Take your time here. This is not a drill we want to rush. My next favorite drill, this one especially if your feet and knees start to cave inwards. I'm gonna roll my pants up here so you can see a bit better. Taking a mini band or even a micro super band. I'm gonna step both feet inside, having it just around the ankle. Then I'm gonna bring the band underneath my pinky toe, over the 3 middle ones, and under the big toe. I'm gonna do that on both sides. Then I'm gonna step into my squat stance. Get nice and rooted here, finding that tripod foot. And sitting into my squat, nice control. I'm not allowing the band to pull me in. As soon as I relax, my feet get pulled in, my knees cave in. So I need to push out against that band with my ankles, root my feet, find tripod foot, then sit into my squat. Nice control, taking your time here again. The entire time I'm focusing on tripod feet, rooting into that ground as much as I can. Give those a try. Let me know how they help your squat and single leg exercises. If you want to see more content like this, leave me a comment down below.